Yes, I'm back from the family vacation, the family trip. That's right. Guys, I have so much. I can't talk to you because of NDA, but I can't wait to glaze and gaslight you guys about Renegades. What the fuck? Oh, God damn it, Bungie. I told you not to hit the face. Listen, I told you I didn't want you to ram me in the ass like the other content creators, but damn, you're supposed to get me on my face. God damn it. I've got to... Sorry about that. Didn't know Daddy Bungie was going to be that excited for me to give that family trip, right? All right, now that I've managed to piss off some people, here we go. Fun fact, I have not recorded a video since last Monday, and it's this is Sunday that I'm recording. Sunday. That's right. And it's been kind of nice. It's been a long week. Work has been a little stressful. You know, it's fine. I love my job. I love what it provides, but it's definitely been more stressful, especially when you have 800 kids and they all decide to lose their goddamn mind. But hey, job support, not job support. Yeah. Just make sure I keep my job. And also it keeps me busy and I love it. So, it's very taxing, very tiresome. So I've not been playing a lot of video games and I also have not been recording and I've also not been streaming. So I want to apologize specifically to my members. I have not done anything for you. I am so sorry. I want you to know that the money that the members have given to me has gone into Arc Raiders, which is what the members have voted on, or at least the channel has voted on. But you're here for Destiny. You're here because the title. And I'm going to tell you right now, I have already kind of took a back seat from Destiny. I'm not quitting Destiny. Like, I'm not the one stepping away. We're going to react to a video. You should have known this, right? Known that it was going to be me reacting to someone else leaving. It's specifically to Destiny overall, and it's a wonderful tribute. And I watched it. I want you guys to give it a like. They put a lot of time and effort. It's a small channel, which we'll go over in a minute. But I have stepped away from Destiny mostly because it's not Destiny anymore. And also because 90% of the game just feels irrelevant. And whether Bungie actually addresses that, they've yet to say anything about it. Like all they're talking about is Renegades, the new stuff, but nothing about the actual longevity of the game. And so, which case, I myself have been enjoying other games, and I would recommend anyone else do so as well. You can still play Destiny like me, but when I say I play like maybe 10% Destiny, maybe even 5%, that might be generous, but like at this point, whoa, wrong thing, wrong screen. What, whoa, hello. At this point, Destiny's taken a backseat, which it really does suck because it is a title similar to that of Halo. Like I would say between Destiny and Halo, they compete for the amount of time that I've spent on a video game. Like how much time in my life I went on a journey. And it's really frustrating that two different titles have both can't come to the same conclusion, where a company has ruined and squandered the potential, and I'm just patiently waiting to see if anything can save the franchises. That's where I'm at, and it's a bad day to be a fan of anything Bungie, especially Halo. I'm excited for the remake. We'll see. That's yet to be determined, and it doesn't have multiplayer, so it's like what the hell. But we're reacting to 11 years, a tribute to Destiny. After playing Destiny since its release, I've decided that my journey has come to an end, but I will never forget the moments I spent with the game. Thank you, Bungie, and goodbye. By Sati, 52 subscribers. A lot of time went into this. It's crazy they don't have more subscribers. But yeah, we're going to jump into it.
11 years. It's been 11.
Before he speaks for 5 seconds, and I'm already stopping the video, and I'm triggering as many people as possible by doing this, by the way. I want you guys to take the time to watch this video and look at Destiny 1 and the environment, the lighting, the vibe. Destiny 1 has some iconic, like Destiny 2 is an upgrade and many things. except for the environment. Like skyboxes, Destiny 2 has amazing skyboxes. Anyone that argues with you but I think the lighting and the environment and the ambiance significantly better than Destiny 1. Like I went back through Rise of Iron, went through the replication chamber, and just the ambiance, the environment, the sound effects, everything about it was creepy and oozing with like, oh shit. Whereas you play anything now and it's like a good example is Edge of Fate with the fungus shit, where you think it like, oh, it kind of reminds me of the Flood, but it doesn't have any of that ambiance. It's just, oh, look, fungus. Woo.
Years since we first experienced something that for most people would shape their lives.
Absolutely.
I'm sure some of us still remember logging in for the first time.
Iconic
Finding out
menu.
what it truly was to be a Titan.
Hell
to be
yeah.
a Warlock. To be a Hunter. I'm sure some of us still remember going to the tower for the first time and exploring what would be our home.
He's going to showcase and he's going to group the towers together. So I'm going to stop before he progresses. He talks about the tower as a whole, Destiny 1 and 2. I just want to say that Destiny 1's tower is so fucking iconic. And it's funny because was it the final shape that had the little collector's edition of the classic tower? It wasn't the Destiny 2 tower that they were selling off. It was the Destiny 1 tower. And I feel like you can it's almost funny because them downgrading from this tower to just part of the wall, I think signified the downgrade of Destiny in the future. Like, was almost poetic.
For the next 11 years. It changed and it grew. It was destroyed and built back up again.
Well, again, I think this is a massive downgrade. And I feel like that's the story of Destiny 2. It's in many ways, Destiny 2 was a downgrade. And I feel like just the inclusion and let's be honest, Destiny 1 was not perfect. But you could start Destiny 1 and be okay. Like the story was all over the place, but it had nodes to follow. The new player experience was significantly better. And it was easier to jump into.
And again, I remember going to the
Loot
Cave
Cave!
and sitting there for hours, hoping to see that ever-radiant purple glow peek out.
No, people were farming for, Galahorn, baby. Especially when people found out you could get upgrade from legendary to exotic. Oh my god. Farm, baby, farm.
From amidst that black opening that we spent so many hours in front of.
Hell yeah.
I still remember wandering around the Cosmodrome and seeing the sights that were just out of reach from what we could experience, as if they were promises.
Dude, the environment
yet to come.
I just want to stop. I know I'm stopping again. Another thing, why this video needs a like and deserves a like. The the display and the angling and the focusing of this video is just superb. Like I wish like there's tricks and tips of how to do shit like this. I never took the time to learn, but he did such a phenomenal job of just it's beautiful. Great job. Just again, give the video a like.
Yet to come.
I'm gonna enjoy my work.
I
White girl
the
coffee
hype behind Vault of Glass on Venus and Crota's End on the Moon.
Hell yeah.
2 things that would shape the game going forward as a formula for success. This is what people loved. It's something that they cared about. All of these things carried forward through the game's lifespan and update to update.
Hell yeah. Age of
DLC
Triumphs.
to DLC. I remember the excitement of seeing the Taken King rise to face the Guardians scrambling to reach the coveted.
Yeah, so I do want to talk about, like, he's absolutely right. And I think this was the highlight of Destiny, in Destiny's history, in my opinion. This moment, like, you've got to think, we faced off against Crota, we did Atheon, like, we fought Skolas, or Skolas, whatever you want to do. Like, but this was the first time in Destiny's history that we saw this colossal, godlike creature stand above us, where we in this world felt insignificant. Like, damn. But it wasn't so like out of the way. Like it was like, it's not Edge of Fate and the butthole monster, right? Like over the top, just random ass shit. No, this felt like, it felt real. Not like, obviously not real, but you know what I mean? Like we had lore, we had stories, and you know, we've went against the Black Heart and the Cabal. Like, these are the minions. This was the first time that when you defeated Oryx, you were a god slayer. Watching his body drift off into space, and this colossal creature, this king, we killed a god. Now, Wrath of the Machine was great and iconic, not because it had that godness, but it felt like just the environment and just the mechanics, everything about Wrath was great. But I think this is what really kind of highlighted the best of Destiny, is that when you have the lore and the story build up this character and it's in your face, and you're like, damn. Now, obviously, we had like Val Disciple was another situation. I think kind of like, obviously, Rhulk was a new character, but it was a new twist on the raid boss. A boss that was threatening, that was powerful, that was chasing your ass. Like, he wasn't just the statue that stayed like obviously Oryx does. It provided a different vibe. Obviously, people are going to mention Last Wish. And yes, fighting a Wish Dragon is cool. And it's iconic for its own reasons. But these are like aspects of Destiny that really just pop out. That I don't think, like, obviously they did Witness kind of like Oryx. And yeah, I feel like it wasn't as good as it should have been, in my opinion. Like, I feel like Witness was a failure in my experience outside of like day one. Obviously, people are going to have that hype for it. But the overall mechanics, very simplistic. And the build-up was not as great as I would like the expansion Final Shape to be. But it was a great expansion, which you'll talk about, right? We'll talk about more. But this is like the moments that people remember that brought like, oh, like, holy shit, right? And I think that's why Taken King will always be one of my favorites. Not my personal favorite. I think Wrath will always be. But this moment is so iconic. And I don't think we have very many of these iconic moments. Like, the newest raids just don't have this iconicness where people are going to look back and be like, damn, I remember that.
World's first. The thrumming music of Wrath of the Machine and the beautiful areas it took us to.
Yeah.
Destiny 2 then came out, and it was a little worse for wear.
That's a nicely way to put it.
The content drops that we got, Curse of Osiris and the Warmind, were far from good, but
no,
we stuck with it.
We did. We hoped.
We played through Forsaken, which would go on to live in the minds of every player that experienced it.
I'm going to say a very hot take. Forsaken and Uldren was a better villain than the Witness. Like, the Witness, the only thing the Witness ever did was use his finger to slice a Guardian, and that was it. Oh, I guess he held, in the Final Shape, he held the helm in place like Jedi. What was his name from Star Wars, from the Force Awakens? I forgot. Kylo Ren. Like, he holds the little laser bolt in the sky. That's kind of what the Witness does, and that's it. That's as threatening as the Witness is the entire time, as he held the helm. He didn't crush it. He didn't kill anyone. Whereas Uldren literally just shows up and just murders a man. He's just like, all right, I'm going to take your gun and make you my bitch. And he just murdered a well-known character. Like, just the entire time, him and his posse just causing chaos. Fantastic expansion. Just the story, the narrative, and the desire to fucking murder this asshole. Like, you just absolutely, the entire time, you want to kill him. And then they rob you of that and give you a mystery of whether you killed him or not killed him. Well, you killed him, but you figure out who killed him. Was it Petra? Was it you? Like, damn, I wanted to be the one to pull the trigger. Yeah, like, it was very well done. And I feel like the Witness dropped the bar. But the Final Shape was still a good mean, a good expansion, right? It was good. It was good. But I feel like Bungie doesn't write villains the way they wrote Aldrin. They just don't. I mean, compared to Aldrin, Maya Sundaresh is just horrible fan fiction, and they continue to harp on these assholery characters. In fact, they fail to make good villains anymore, that they are consistently bringing dead ones back. Just constantly bring dead villains back because they have no creativity, or they keep regurgitating the ones that are alive over and over and over and over again.
We watched Redeemers, they reached worlds first in the Last Wish raid, and the nail-biting moments of math class.
I watched
trying
that.
To beat the time
it was crazy.
All odds. Then a decline.
Whoa, yeah.
We saw the buggy recycled content that is still recycled to this day with Shadowkeep.
Over and over again.
The over-monetization of playable activities within the game.
It's crazy that this picture has been bloated because there's a shit ton more MTX. I think this is before they really started selling more like armor and all these other bullshit. Like, it is dramatically. Remember when the biggest thing was like the ghost in the vehicle and maybe a couple, a couple of weapons, and it was just like a finisher bundle. But now it's like, now you got like 20 camos that you pay for. Now you got like 3 different armor transmog sets, and the ghosts in the vehicle are in a big ass bundle with like 3 other things. Like, it's funny, we're seeing nostalgic engram, and I'm having nostalgia for how the shopping mall was not as brazenly a cash grab like it is now. Also, shout out to the legendary shards.
Beyond Light was much of the same, but again, we hold out hope.
We did.
The Witch Queen comes back with
the hope
success,
redeemed,
and things take a turn for the better.
We were hopeful.
We were getting what we wanted.
We were excited.
A horrible feeling started creeping in again.
This is where people thought Bungie's back.
It could be the last time.
It was the last time.
Was a mess, and the final shape, although the story was good.
Whoa. Motherfucker's gonna glate. Like, I forgot about this, by the way. He's gonna skip over Lightfall. I think there's a big issue with how, like, Bungie, like, overhyped this expansion to the moon and back with trailers and even showcasing weapons in their trailers and shit that we never got. When it's like, damn.
It was a mess, and the final shape, although the story was good, turned out to be a little flat, and now
it was, very flat.
The edge of fate. The game is dying.
Not even mentioning the whole monster.
It seems like there's nothing left to do.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
See, in Destiny 2, this sign reads, "Get the fuck out." This is the exit.
Okay. There's been a Destiny-shaped hole in my heart for a very long time, but nothing quite fills it the same.
Yeah.
I tried Final Fantasy XIV to see what a
By the way, he's going to list a bunch of games. I think this is why a lot of people have either they moved on, but they still continue to talk or look back at Destiny as a franchise, is because Destiny does not have a 1-to-1. There are other games that are enjoyable. Like, I'm going to be honest. I play a lot. Like, I play Borderlands 4. I stopped playing because, they started nerfing and changing shit. And I just, like, I didn't do the download or anything. But, like, they're trying to turn a single player campaign game that could be multiplayer or co-op played into a fucking live service game that it's not, and it's just bullshit. And so it really turns you off, especially with all of the lag and all the other bullshit at launch. Like, it really killed the hype. Then you have Battlefield 6, which I still play, enjoyable, but the progression sucks ass. And so it's like, damn, I don't want to do the progression anymore. Then Pokemon ZA, which was fun, but I mean, it's just, it has some very glaring issues that make it also not as enjoyable. And it feels bad. It's like there's so many good potential games out there that are fun, but they don't play the way that Destiny used to be. Like the fun and enjoyability. Like, I could play hours and hours of Destiny in general, like Destiny 1 or Destiny 2, and it's prime. But now, like, Destiny is not in a good spot. Modern gaming is not in a good spot, and it sucks. Especially like the two franchises I spent the most time playing is Destiny and Halo. And both those two are just not doing good at all. And it really, like, it sucks. And I know Arc Raiders is popping off, which I did buy that, you know, again, I'll be playing Arc Raiders to, you know, for members and everyone else. But there's not like anything that has pulled me in like Destiny. Yeah, Warframe's out there, and I will get into Warframe, but even Warframe is not a substitute for Destiny. And people think that like I hate Destiny, and I hate Bungie. Fuck Bungie. I hope they disintegrate and cease to exist. Overall, though, I like Destiny. I didn't try to get rid of my account and try to sell off my account and get my money back and to, you know, break, as Grenadier Jake has explained, break the golden handcuffs, which mine isn't based on money. Mine's just based off you know, the sunken cost fallacy, the Stockholm syndrome, whatever mental disorder, choose your poison, whatever it was, you know, the desperation for a franchise that I grew up with to a certain extent, a company I grew up with, Bungie, from Halo to Destiny, I have grown up with since I was in like with middle school, into high school, through college. And now I'm a grown ass adult. Like it is crazy to go on this journey only at the end of it to just get a big fuck you, which is why I fucking hate Bungie. Like just to receive the big fuck you, it feels really fucking bad.
Real MMO is like only to be introduced to World of Warcraft, which is admittedly slowly filling that hole. I enjoy playing Warframe like many others, and it too fills that hole.
Not completely, though.
But at the end of it all, after 11 years, didn't we have fun? Sure, we got angry, we threw a controller or two, slammed the desk.
I played back in the day, like actually played serious. Destiny 1, right? Like I actually really try to play competitively because I remember this is the time where I used to be really sweaty with Halo, like Halo 3, Halo Reach. Like I spent a shit ton. Halo 3 is my prime. That was my prime. That was where I felt like, you know, I was always trying to be the best, like esports. I'm going to get signed up for esports. You know, the thing shit people used to do or do now, like Fortnite, and these kids are just doing the crazy shit. Like I used to be that player with Halo. That was my shit. Now I'm washed in every possible way. Like I can't even play Minecraft hardcore without getting blown up and because I'm being a dumbass, right? So like, I'm gonna be honest. Like I don't think myself that over the top player, but back then with Halo, I was the shit and I played so fucking well. So I tried to translate that into Destiny 1. And why does that matter? Because I would rage. I was a rager back in the day, back in high school. I broke so many PlayStation controllers. Like I broke like 2 or 3 controllers. It was bad. It was bad. Luckily I don't do that anymore. Like I'm mature, and now I just flip tables in my chair and, you know, put a shock collar on my cat and shock the shit out of it. Okay, that last part was a joke. That was a joke.
On too many times.
Oh, here she comes. Tessa!
But now the game is on a steady decline, and
I
don't think there's anything to stop it anymore. And that's okay. This picture was taken on the 8th of June, 2024, at 2:20 PM. And I truly believe that these are my final meaningful moments within this game. In the middle is me, a hunter through and through.
I just want to stop to say, this was the moment, and I think a lot of people feel this was the moment that Destiny 2 should have ended. This scenery, the setup, everything about this is where Destiny 2 should have ended. And this is where we should have went in maintenance mode, and they'd be like, hey, we're going to do free events or paid events or whatever bullshit they want to do. But hey, we're going to work on Destiny 3 or a Destiny reboot, whatever. All right, that's what this should have been. Oh, they could have taken the time, and Echoes could have led into Destiny 3. They could have done so much more. You're a spoiled brat, you know that, right? Hey, say hi to everyone. Say hi. You're a spoiled brat, you know that? Yeah, she knows it. She's like, ha ha. Anyway, she's a brat. Anyways, love her. But yeah, I think a lot of people, and here's the thing. I'm not saying that I want Destiny to end, like, as a franchise. I think a lot of people left Destiny, especially at this mark, because they were able to see the red flags. They were able to see, okay, where do they go from here? They barely scraped through with the final shape, because you got to remember, the last shape, or not last shape, Lightfall was horrible. The whole year was just going down, and then they scraped with the over delivery of the Into the Light in Pantheon, and then the final shape was just good enough. It was a good enough expansion. People saw could read between the lines. They're like, this is it. This is where it needs to end. And then Edge of Fate has reaffirmed that. Like, and the player count has reaffirmed that Destiny is just this downward trend that I don't think, no matter what they do, like, Star Wars is not going to save Destiny. That's a reality. And I'm not saying Destiny should die. I'm just saying that Bungie can't save it. And I don't think they have the power. Are you good? But I like the amount of people we've made friends with. I know I made friends with. Just iconic moments of playing with LFG, having a good time with the bros. I mean, you're not going to be able to replace that with how Destiny is going now. It is not making friendships, it's ending them.
To the right is my friend of 10 years, a real crayon munching,
what are you doing,
Titan. We met through a Crota's End LFG, and that was that.
What are you doing?
We stayed friends till this day, and we still are. To the right is my girlfriend, who only joined at the end of Witch Queen and yet felt like she was there the whole time.
You're a brat, you know that?
The culmination and the pinnacle of those 11 years. And I am okay with that. For that time, this game was my home, and now it may be time to move house. The walls are crumbling, the ceiling's damp. It's time to find a new home.
I have no idea what she's doing. Tesley, I'm going to put you on the table, because I have no idea what you're doing.
It might take a while, but we'll get there. We all will. I know we will. But here's to 11 years. Wherever we may go, I hope we have many, many more.
Rest in peace, man. Thank you for making this game all that time ago, Bungie. I hope that the game, there she goes. She left. This is why I can't wear black. Literally sheds all over me. I hope the game can return to what it once was. For me, however, my journey has come to an end. And I feel like that is the case for a lot of players. 90% of the community has left and gone. 90% of the Destiny community is gone now. Not because they don't like Destiny. Not because they want Destiny to crash and burn. The whole narrative from content creators and the delusional, mentally, unhinged part of the Destiny community, they want to create this narrative, this intellectually dishonest narrative that people are just hating to hate, that people are just they're jealous of content creators, or they're jealous of X, Y, and Z, like just whatever bullshit that, like, these are people that are literally monkeys at the zoo that are just slinging shit at the window and blaming the people, the viewers, everyone else who's just watching. You're the problem. And I think the reality is 90% who left are not the problem. They left because of a problem. Most of us can agree that it's Bungie. Destiny itself, the gameplay itself, at its core, is still Destiny. But the content, the substance, and the journey that Bungie, even just what Destiny used to stand for, has changed. We talk about, the friendships and the people we made. There are plenty of people who've met their girlfriends or boyfriends, who've gotten married or found their best friends through Destiny. those experiences are dramatically going down the toilet, mostly because of how Bungie is designing the game. The Portal, I would say this whole half of the year has been dramatically reduced because most of the content's irrelevant, and the Portal itself lended to a very socially contained bubble that outside of your favorite YouTuber content creator that people will talk to, you know, on stream, most of these people you'd play by yourself, leveling and progressing and not doing shit. You wouldn't raid because the raids were pointless, or just most people didn't enjoy the raid because Bungie didn't do anything to excite you or to help people. Like, they introduced the whole explore mode for dungeons and then threw that in the dumpster. They removed public events, the public viewing. Now you can't go to Europa and see random Guardians. You can't, I remember being out in the public doing random shit and someone's like, hey, can you tell me how to do this? Yeah, sure. You just go here, here, and there. And you're like, oh, thank you. You don't get that experience anymore, especially from the menu gameplay. You don't get that anymore. These moments, these things that define Destiny, Bungie has gutted in favor for simplicity and milking the community. It's convenience and cash over quality and substance. It's about how quickly you can access swiping your card versus making long-term friendships. It's about putting band-aids on bugs rather than making an environment that is positive and growing. It's about surviving versus thriving. I mean, we look at Warframe. Been around before even Destiny 1. And sure, they're not making, you know, Arc Raiders numbers, right? 400,000 on PC, right? But they're almost 100K for a new expansion or new update. They've got a very stable niche. Can you speak words? Can you speak words? Hello, do you understand the words that are coming out of your own goddamn mouth? You can tell I'm over it. You can tell I'm over recording. What I was saying is that they have a stable community that's committed to them, and the developers are committed to the community. A positive environment fostered by the developers and the leaders, playing and streaming to the community weekly, monthly, having that interaction not just with their favorite YouTubers or content creators, but with the whole community. And we don't get that with Bungie anymore. Bungie, you know, Digital Extremes, they are a company that's trying to make money. But at least there's a connection with the community. And they may not be our best friend or your best friend, that you can, you know, they interact with as many people and they know people from the community. But at the same time, there's still a business. Bungie doesn't even attempt to do that, though. Like, when we talk about Bungie not being your friend, that is a statement that is 100% true. It is business first, consumer pleasure second. Because if it was consumer pleasure first, they would make all the decisions that would benefit the players and give the players what they want. We would never be in the state of Destiny now, where instead of making friendships and building friendships, we're ending friendships. We're disconnecting. People are leaving their clans. People are not wanting to join clans. People are no longer wanting to do Sherpas. No one's wanting to teach new players. No wanting to try to encourage new players to play this game because they feel like, I don't want to be responsible for hurting someone or pulling someone into this game that isn't doing well. And that's how it feels with Destiny right now. Several years ago, especially like Witch Queen, I would be the guy saying, hey, it's a good time to play. Forsaken, absolutely. I would be like, this is peak Destiny. And yes, every of these expansions I mentioned had their issues. But hindsight's 2020. When you look back, even Lightfall had its moments that are better than what we have right now. And that's crazy to say. It is crazy to say. Now, going back to that, I don't like if we went back to the age of Lightfall, I don't think would save Destiny. I think just based on the data, we've seen a constant decrease in player population. I think the life of Destiny has come and gone, or at least Destiny 2. Unlike Warframe that has stabilized, Destiny has constantly gone down year after year after year. And I don't think Destiny can do a Warframe or what other games do. I think we're at the point where we need a Destiny 3 or a reboot. I just do not believe that the current Bungie is capable. I personally am living out on hope that Bungie crashes and burns, and from the ashes, Sony does something with it, the IP, and gives it to another studio. There's no way, I like to believe that there's no way they spent $3.6 billion just to be flushed down the toilet like Concord. In fact, I would thought is more likely to get Concord treatment than Destiny, because Destiny is an established franchise. People are gonna be like, well, they made Marathon before, but it's so old. It's not like Halo, right? It's Marathon is nothing comparative to like Halo, and it doesn't have that much pool as like Destiny, especially this reboot that isn't even based on what people have said isn't nearly the same as the old Marathon. My thought, my theory crafting tinfoil hat is that Sony will let Bungie crash and burn, gut it, keep the name Bungie, and then restructure it like how Halo Studios did when they were 343. They gutted it, they reshaped it, renamed it. I just don't think Sony's going to give up the Bungie name because of the reputation of being the developer of Halo. They're going to keep that, big buck name. Though I'm going to be honest, I think Bungie has murdered that reputation, and I don't see most people seeing Bungie in a positive light, especially with like the Marathon art scandal and just how they treat their community. I think Bungie as a franchise, as a studio, has a overwhelming negative reputation that will never change. And I think most people will continue, especially in the gaming world, will continue to see Bungie as a complete and absolute failure. So if Destiny 3 is a thing, or a Destiny reboot is a thing, my hope is that another studio will take over and will do something, will give love to this franchise. I know it's Cope. That's why I'm hanging on the thread, that hopeless desperation, hanging by the thread that Destiny will come back someday. Just, I don't believe Bungie can do it. I'm not leaving completely, but I'm sure not staying. I'm on the raft watching the Titanic sink, but I've not completely got away. I'm still there. I'm still listening to the band sing and dance as the ship goes down. I'm recording it. As always, hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel for more. As always, I'll see you in the next one. Huzzah!